Hey everybody, welcome back. Movie review time, where we geek out about a movie we just saw, and we just saw Birds of Prey, and the incredibly long title that I can never say correctly.
The Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn.
Well, la-di-da, Miss Smarty Britches. That's why I'm marrying her. So, of course, this is going to be our no-spoiler review. We're not going to talk spoilers. We are going to have a separate spoiler video that will be out later today or tomorrow, depending on when this video comes out. If we say a spoiler, we will cut it out. You're totally safe from that. And, of course, we do not consider ourselves movie reviewers or critics. We literally are just here to geek out about a movie we saw, whether we liked it or not, and just talk some details. And, we're not really trying to get all harsh or too into things. Plus, we're pretty much out of the theater seeing it. We had to do a couple of errands as we did all of that. And, of course, if you want more movie reviews, more movie mayhem, faster than I can get it to YouTube, you want to check out the Stardust app, where we do 30-second reviews, reactions, things like that. Or you can check out my Patreon, where I do full movie reviews, old, new, everything in between. Video game Let's Plays, fan movie commentaries, all kinds of fun stuff. And a lot of it's free. You can find either of those by looking up the Eric Butts or using the links in the description below. Now, before we get started, while Mary keeps blowing, you may notice things are a little different, so bear with me here. I got a new car, so figuring out how to light it. It looks like I don't really like this dead space back here, so I'm probably going to have to go up to a 5-piece lighting kit now. Alas, poor Eric. I have one. I could just throw it back there, but that's my backup. Anyways, this is what she's blowing up. So we saw Harley Quinn. We saw Birds of Prey, and it was awesome. It was a rip-roaring good time. Actually, you know what we did first? If you recall in our Bad Boys for Life review, we ended up in the theater. I ended up getting in the theater, my butt in the seat, like 2 minutes late. I missed the first 90 seconds or something. Well, tonight I got to catch the first 90 seconds because something didn't switch over in the IMAX theater, and it started, like, the Sony logo comes up, and I'm like, and then the Columbia Pictures comes up, I'm like, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, this is Bad Boys. So we got to watch like 5 minutes of Bad Boys. Oh, no! And then we got to watch Harley Quinn, which was great.
Yes.
So now that you're with me, good job on the blow in there. Dink it and sink it. All right, so, but yeah, I had a fantastic time with this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Laughed our asses off.
Needed it after all those freaking dramas we've been watching for the Oscars. And I didn't even watch The Irishman.
I know, I let her off the hook of The Irishman, which was fantastic, by the way. I watched the whole thing in one setting, no problem. Would have watched more if it was longer. That's how good it was. Seriously, it still don't, I'm not saying it would be your thing, but I really enjoyed the hell out of that movie. But anyways, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about Birds of Prey, and we have some other fun things to do after that. So, pacing I thought was great. I never felt a dull moment in this movie. I like I'm not going to tell you what the structure of the storytelling is here, but I really like the structure of the storytelling.
Okay.
I think all the actors, what was it saying that to you? I was saying that I think all the actors in this film were phenomenal, and we would definitely watch more.
Yeah.
Especially any more Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, because she really just nails it in this. She really does.
Yep. There's
some great references, to old school Batman things as well. Not going to tell you too much about if it ties into Suicide Squad or what. We'll talk more about that in spoilers. Ewan McGregor is phenomenal in this. Mm-hmm. He is clearly having so much fun in this movie.
Yeah.
And, I want more of him. And him and Margot Robbie were great together.
Yeah.
The guy playing Victor Zsasz was fantastic, and that was a character I never thought we would see in an actual movie.
I actually preferred the Victor Zsasz from Gotham, but that's just my thing.
That's fine. I haven't seen it, so I can't actually I don't have a valid opinion. I made a face, but I can't judge. But yeah, and all the goons and everything in here are really good. Huntress was hilarious. The Cassandra Cain.
Yeah, that was the kid.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I thought she was really great for the younger actor. Of course, Rosie Perez is always fantastic.
Oh yeah,
and
I loved her.
And even though from the trailers I was thinking I wasn't really going to care much for Black Canary in this, I thought she was pretty great. Yeah. She definitely won me over by the end. And they did something in continuity with that too that I was like, okay, that makes it a little bit, I can get behind it a little bit more. So
okay.
But again, we'll talk about that in spoilers. But what were you? Oh, and soundtrack.
Phenomenal soundtrack.
Yeah, soundtrack and score. I want it all. I'll buy it on vinyl. Seriously, give me a 2 LP, one pink, one blue. That's how I do it. Kind of like the Taylor Swift Lover album. Just less cotton candy. That wasn't a fart. I rubbed my thing. I tooted. But what do you got, Mary? What do you want to say about it? Because I kind of said a lot of things.
There's really nothing else to say until we get into spoilers.
But how did you feel about it?
I liked it.
But pacing and all that kind of stuff.
if I had anything to contradict what you said, I would have said it. So
I know. I just feel like
you have said all the things. Let's move on to spoilers.
That's the problem. I just ran through the whole thing. The video's only 5 minutes. I would love to get it to 10, but I don't know if we're gonna. She's right though. After watching,
open up those Dragon Ball things.
No, we're gonna save those for something else. But no, I mean, again, if you thought the trailers looked good, like, and for some reason, I never really recognized until earlier today when I saw something and heard something about it. I don't know why, but I never processed that this was an R-rated movie.
Oh yeah, and it's definitely an R-rated
movie.
Oh
yeah. As a matter of fact, even though there is foul language used by the characters, I kind of felt like the soundtrack had more cursing than the characters in the movie did. Like every song had a lot of fucks in it, which I thought was kind of neat. Maybe not. Maybe I'm exaggerating every song, but by the end of the movie,
I'm pretty sure Barracuda doesn't have fucking.
Well, I was gonna say by the time I started paying attention near the end of the movie, I'm like, they're singing "fuck" a lot. That's pretty cool.
But yeah, I already forgot where I was going.
Music, soundtrack,
maybe R-rated.
R-rated, yeah, R-rated, yeah.
Yeah. All I have to say is, I need a Harley Deadpool movie now.
I would love that. It never happened in a million years, but I would love that. As you all know, I'm a fan of this idea of Harley dumping the Joker, which you know from the trailers, and hooking up with Deadpool. That's the power couple right there.
Yeah.
Because he would treat her right too. And I'm pretty sure at this point, if he didn't, he would not fare well. But yeah, and like the stuff with the hyena is great. Even like a lot of the smaller secondary characters I thought were charming and interesting, and there's some really good gags with them. But some of the fight choreography is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like, I love the big end battle. Like, everything about that was really cool. Like, it felt kind of grounded like it should for a Harley Quinn character, but it still felt superhero-y and awesome, and it got enough of that. I know, you gotta be careful with the spoilers, I'm sorry. But I liked a lot of that, and some of the bat foo, as I'll call it, where she's using a bat, was pretty impressive. There was one thing, oh my god, there's one thing I can't tell you here, but there's one thing I literally had the reaction, because it was awesome.
Yeah.
And of course we saw it in IMAX, so it was crystal clear and beautiful and all of that. Do stay all the way to the end of the credits. You don't have to, you won't really be missing out, but there's something pretty fun that does happen there. They get Harley's craziness correct. I think half of what you've seen in the trailers is in the first 5 minutes of the movie, so that's pretty cool. Although I wouldn't really say there's really any surprises in this. So, don't be going in for anything terribly mind-blowing that you weren't expecting.
Yeah, there's the occasional Easter egg. But...
Oh, yeah, there's definitely some Easter eggs going on, though, but it's pretty neat, too. And I'm just thinking of all the cute little things. And but yeah, the way all the characters kind of end up forming the relationship, how they all come together, how the story unfolds, I think works really, really well. It's not quite linear, which I like.
It's definitely better than Suicide Squad, which is Suicide Squad in the first 5 minutes goes, here's all the players. Have at it. Yeah, and I mean, again, I don't want to get too spoilery, but they do a little of that in this movie, but they do it very differently. And I do want to talk more about that in spoilers, I suppose. But yeah, I give
see.
things a little more time to breathe.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it is all the way. Weird. Just, I guess my angle. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting fidgeting with new stuff. So.
New car.
Yeah. New car who dis. But yeah, so I mean, again, it's a great time. If you're thinking at all you're going to enjoy this, you're going to enjoy this. But I will agree. And Suicide Squad's pretty fun, actually. I still kind of dig it. It's not great. It's not I don't like it as much as I did coming out of the theater, because I rewatched it a little while ago and I'm like, yeah, okay, I see some issues. I'd love to see an actual original director's cut of that. Because like I said, I think that Jared Leto Joker might have been something awesome, but we really did not get anything to see. So, I'm not one of those people that's going to shit on it because we saw 5 minutes out of context, kind of, because I think there was some cool stuff going on in there that we just never got to see. But, they play some fun stuff in here, and it's a really good time. So if you're on the fence at all, you're probably going to dig it. And I do think DC, again, is on the right path.
Yeah.
It's still dark, it's still gritty, and it was violent as hell. There's a gory moment, too, that was pretty cool. But they're still, they figured out how to bring the fun in with that. So you still get the moments of fun. You still get the cartoony kind of comic booky stuff. Although I do feel like I could use a little more colorful costuming. Not a lot. I think for my taste, they're almost to where I would want it. Because I'm not saying they need to be exactly like Marvel or anything. But aside from maybe a moment or two, or anytime Harley's not really on screen, it doesn't quite feel like you don't really have the comic elements, like comic book elements, visually.
They kind of got there at the end.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it does. Like I said, because there's some stuff you've seen in trailers that the big fight's really cool.
Yeah.
All right, but we hit 10 minutes. I did my job.
Okay.
Woohoo! Now, so what do y'all think about this? Again, stay out of the comments if you don't want spoilers, because, you know, sometimes people just get excited and they want to talk about it sooner than I get my spoiler video out. Mm-hmm. And let us know, though, if you are going to see it or whatever. Check out the Stardust app. Check out my Patreon. What? The EricButts, use the links in the description below.
There you go.
She's got a set of lungs. She's got lungs! She knows how to use them. And click the thumbs up button. That's what we say. Give us that good old thumb of encouragement, as we do love to be encouraged. Now we're going to get out of here, go beat each other senseless, and then watch some more stuff. Beat off senseless. What? And we'll see you all later. Bye. Ah!